What's going on, YouTube? Yankee Cowboy back for another video. I know what you're thinking. Pink guns on the bench. The Yankee Cowboys finally hopped the fence. That's not the case. I want to talk about getting your woman, your spouse, your significant other, your mom, your sister, whoever, getting women involved in shooting. So down here on the bench, we're going to hop down. We're going to take a look. I got some different variations of firearms, and we're going to talk about, what's good for a woman to get into and get started into the world of shooting. So let's jump down and take a look. Alright guys, so we're down and dirty on the bench. All these firearms happen to belong to my wife, and she started out with these two. I got her this little small 380 after the fact to see if she liked this, which is okay. It's a little small for her and it's a little snappy because it's a 380, but nevertheless she shoots this one, and the revolver. But my personal thoughts on getting a woman or a young lady involved in shooting, I think the revolver is the best way to go. Now, just getting into it, for a revolver, I think it's just easier because there's not a lot of mechanics involved. It's point and pull the trigger, and it's pretty much that simple. No safeties, no slide to rack, nothing to think about. All she has to do is take this out and squeeze the trigger. So I think a revolver, in my mind, for a woman or somebody first getting started in shooting, is the way to go. Now let's safety check these first. Cylinder's clear on this one. We'll put that aside. These mags are loaded, but the firearms are clear. So, put that one down. Put this mag off to the side. This one's clear as well. Put that one to the side. Okay, so these two were the first ones that she got. This one, she likes shooting and everything, but it's a little fatter of a grip because it's a double stack. And again, you have to rack the slide. There's a little more to think about when you're using something like a semi-automatic versus a wheel gun. Which a wheel gun, you just have to pull the trigger, and that's it. It's very simple. She takes it out, presents it, pulls the trigger. We go shooting, she'll shoot single action, but mostly, I want her to learn double action, because if you ever had to pull this out in a defensive situation, you just squeeze the trigger. It's a good hard trigger, so there's your safety. I mean, you really got to be thinking about what you're doing and really pull through that to make this go off. Here's a little 380. This is a very small little firearm. Fits in the palm of my hand. I don't have big hands, and this is a small gun. My wife has fairly, small hands for a woman, so it fits her. But again, this is very snappy, and the slide's kind of cumbersome to rack on this one. So again, I just think something that involves racking and safeties and all that nonsense, they're not going to get off of the get-go, especially if they weren't brought up into the world of shooting, So I think the semi-automatics aren't really a great choice, in my opinion. Strictly my opinion only. These videos are my opinions, what I think. I'm not saying you should go out and get your girlfriend, not get her a Glock because a revolver's better, or vice versa. It's whatever she's comfortable with. But in my opinion is, let her try them all. Let her go through, this is a double stack, this is a single stack, very small micro, and a revolver. Just go through the different firearms that are available to you. Go to a gun shop that lets you rent firearms and let her try out a few different firearms. But again, in my mind, I think the revolver is the way to go. It's tried and true. It's been around since, the 1800s. So, they're tried and true. You take this thing out, you squeeze the old trigger, and that's it. There's no safeties, nothing to think about. And to reload, all she has to do is push forward on here and swing the cylinder out. There's not a lot of thinking involved in how to reload this. Where this, on the last one, it's gonna catch the slide stop there. She has to put another mag in. You got to think about what you're doing. There's a safety here. She could hit this instead of hitting the slide release to reload. There's just a lot more going on, and you know how women are, guys. They think like a spider web. Their minds are all over the joint. So I just think, keep it simple. KISS, keep it simple, stupid. As easy as it is for her, and everybody will come out of the situation better, I think. Micro, again, like I said, just a little too snappy for her. It is very small, and the 380 round is a snappy little round, so it's hard for her to keep this, keep this down and on target. So this one really didn't work out great for her. This one, she does like shooting. She has a little bit of trouble getting her thumbs forward and getting her finger around to grab on this, but she does shoot it, and she does like this one. She likes my Glock 43 a lot better. I think we're going to get her a 43 for a semi-auto. Maybe get rid of these two and get her a 43. But this is her main carry. This is what she shoots mainly. This is what she carries, and she loves it. For once I was right. She listened to me. Go with the revolver. This is just a Taurus 380 polymer. This is the Protector poly. It's nice and light. White, came with a black grip and a pink grip. Obviously, she put the pink grip on it. And this also shoots plus Ps. So what I have for her to carry are the Hornady Critical Defense plus Ps with the breast cancer pink polymer tip in there. and it's a low recoil round. She likes that round, so that's her carry round. Again, guys, you know, just get your woman out to the range, get her out to a gun shop, and let her try a few different firearms. These are just my opinions, but again, if you're going to get a lady involved in shooting, I think start her off with a revolver, then work her into a semi-automatic or a micro, and see how she likes it. Alright guys, we're going to hop off for some final thoughts. This is just a quick little video on how to get your woman involved in shooting. Alright guys, so some closing thoughts. I think any one of these is a great choice, but personally, like I said, I think the revolver is the best way to go for a woman. But you guys decide that. Let your spouse or your significant other decide what's best for her. So leave some comments below. Love to hear from you guys. Be sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And we'll see you guys on the next one.